The Joe Rogan Experience.
So that's the scene. I actually, when I said, "Where did you get this?" Johnny Depp actually ad-libbed a funny line. He goes, "My dentist," but it was funny because he turns out he's a very funny guy. But I did say this when I was filming that scene, and it became in my stand-up. I hate to be corny and do a story from my stand-up, but it is true. I didn't really know those guys that well at all, and I go, "Is anybody in this scene not on probation?" And Johnny Depp's like, "What did you do?" I go, "I set the Tonight Show on fire." And he's like, "Yeah, why'd you do that?" I go, "I don't know. I thought it was funny." And then I'm like, "You smashed up that hotel." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Were you drunk?" And Johnny Depp is funny. He goes, "In my defense, the hotel room made the first move." And this is a true story because then I look over at Paul Rubens and he's just trying to ignore the conversation. It wasn't like, "Hey, yeah, I rubbed one out."
That is a weird rock and roll thing to trash the hotel room thing.
Yeah, but I mean,
have accountants pay for it all.
But I've always felt like there was a period where I was trashing television shows, and it was just, I had the same kind of frustration and rage, and I thought, well, if I do it at a Holiday Inn, big deal. Why don't I do it on a TV show? That's kind of funny, at least. Yeah. I know that makes no sense to you. You're looking at me like, well, you look like the RCA Victor dog then staring at me.
I mean, I kind of see your point,
but
I don't see the point of doing hotel rooms. I've never understood it. Just smashing shit and like, what are you doing? That's just
out of boredom.
But hitting the roof.
Oh, but it's so stupid to me. It's just so childish.
Well, for me, I couldn't do that because I'd be afraid of waking up people next door. I'm serious. Like, I have no problems setting the Tonight Show on fire, or smashing up the Arsenio Hall show. But the idea of I don't want to put somebody else out.
Did you smashed Arsenio Hall shows too? What did you do there?
Yeah, way crazier than the Tonight Show.
Really?
Yeah. Because he got fired, because of they put Chevy Chase on in 70 markets in front of him. So Paramount kind of fucked him over. So I went out and I said, "Are you really quitting?" It was like the week or two before. And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Well, let's not make it easy on them, So I spray painted Paramount Sucks on the backdrop, big letters. And then I started throwing the couches into the audience, and the crowd was going crazy. Oh, and then I remember I took a television set monitor and just threw it and then put my work boots through the back of it.
Jesus Christ.
Which is way more expensive than anything I did on the Tonight Show. But yeah, so then they like tell Arsenio, like, get him. And so he wrestles me down, and as he's got me on the ground, he goes, "Thank you, man."
What?
Well, because it was such a colossal fuck you. And then, like, a week later, Jay had booked me on the Tonight Show, and he came in the dressing room and he's like, don't smash up too much stuff, because they were hoping that I'd do something fucked up. No, I'm not blaming them. I mean, I was an asshole.
But you felt like that was a bit of the green light?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I knew that I was on there to do something screwy, but what made it arson was that I actually had this lighter, a barbecue lighter taped to my wrist. Like, I was like...
That's what made it arson?
Yeah, because it meant that it was...
predetermined.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was like in Taxi Driver,
you didn't worry about were you worried when you did that? Lighting things on fire?
No, I mean, because I knew it'd burn clean in the lighter fluid and stuff. And then I also had a buddy, I said, stand next to this fire extinguisher if it gets out of control. But I don't mean to make this my hook because I've talked about it on other podcasts. But I guess it's good to clear the air,
Right.
But I don't know. People think like I was banned from the Tonight Show, but they had me on immediately right after. And it was, what was weird? What was weird was, see, it is a lot bigger than I always try to make it. I go, it's just a little fire.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's because I'm squirting lighter fluid right there.
Why did you do that?
I love that. I've listened to the show to get ready, and this is, you're like speechless twice now. You're just looking at why.